Here he is.
Well, I was born in Sydney, Australia. I've got a little sister who's very, very dear to me. She's a couple of years younger than me. When I was in my early 20s, I got a very severe strain of meningitis, and it was my sister who worked out how sick I was and got me to hospital in time so that I was saved. Well, I woke up one morning with a severe headache and I could hardly speak. And my father actually took me to the doctor. I couldn't make it there myself. And I was sent home and told to take some Panadol. Well, later that evening when my sister was home, she recognised that I was very, very ill. My skin had turned black and blue. I remember being given a shot of penicillin by a doctor who said, "This is probably the best chance you're going to have. Good luck." And then I was in an ambulance, and the next thing I remember is coming out of a coma about 3 weeks later in Auckland Hospital in their intensive care unit. It was about 6 months of rehabilitation and recovery. I lost about 30 kilos and I could barely walk. So yeah, it was quite a struggle to come back from that physically. I think that once you've come very close to death, there are things that take on much more importance in life. It's relationships with family and friends. It's identifying things that are important to do and not waste time, because you might not have as much time as you think. For me, it's actually creating a place that I like to come back to and live in every day, which is the garden we're sitting in now. Have a safe, comfortable home that's a real paradise to come back to. This is my partner, Carol. Carol and I were introduced by a dear friend who said, "Do you mind if I bring a friend along for a drink? She's a bit quirky."
I thought he was looking past me. I was like, he must be meeting someone. I was about to turn around. It was like our energies just went, oh. Yeah, my friend definitely didn't think we were going to get along, but it was pretty instant. You know, you watch like true love stuff or love at first sight. It can happen.
She watches a lot of those programs on TV. Oh,
sorry. It's terrible. Yeah, I listen to politics and watch yeah, reality TV, very balanced like that. Yeah, I started being involved and interested in politics since the age of 16 because I wanted to save the world. And
she has, pretty much.
Yeah. Did you notice? Yeah.
Carol's someone who I rely on for her insights quite heavily, but she's also been very sweet to my boys because I was separated at the time, and that can be quite difficult when a new person comes into your life. But all of my boys fell in love with her. My oldest boy, Oscar, he's a keen snowboarder and he now works as a mechanic at a garage in West Auckland. My middle boy, Charles, he's working at a hipster pizza joint in West Auckland. And my youngest son, Louis, has Down syndrome. Louis goes to school in a satellite class at a mainstream school. Louis is a keen skier, he plays football, he competes in Special Olympics swimming, and I'm very proud of him because even though things are harder for him both physically and with speech and language, he never gives up, he tries hard, and he always wants to come along on a ride along with Dad wherever we go.
Although this bill has
Becoming an MP has shown me that New Zealanders can make a difference in the way that their communities succeed or not, if they're prepared to put the effort in, because if we all try, we can share ideas, come up with the best ideas, and make a difference to the success of New Zealand in the future.
Simon Court there, and I always like to get to know our MPs a little better as people.
It is amazing what you can find out about them in their backstories. Ditched policies, a police minister with mission creep and